Hey, what's up, guys? This is a different kind of video today here on my channel. Gonna be checking out Nightwish. Gonna do probably the open letter here from Nightwish to Tarja, and then Tarja's response in this video, and then the following video will likely be the pendulum, the poet and the pendulum, to wrap kind of up this section. For those of you that have been riding with it, I definitely appreciate you sticking around with me as I journey down this and try to learn more about the band here. So sorry if any of this is out of order or didn't quite fit the sequence of events. I did the best I could with some of the information I was given, but this is where we are now, and I want to read this here with you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this one, okay? So it says, Dear Tarja, it's time to choose whether the story of Nightwish ends here or whether it will still continue an undetermined period of time. We've been working with this creation for 9 years, and we are not ready to give it up yet. Nightwish is a way of life, something to live for, and we're certain we can't let it go. Equally certain is the fact that we cannot go on with you and Marcelo any longer. During the last year, something sad happened, which I've been going over in my head every single day, morning and night. Your attitude and behavior don't go with Nightwish anymore. There are characteristics I would never have believed to see in my old dear friend. People who don't talk with each other for a year do not belong in the same band. Wow. Wow. So there you go. I mean, that's some heavy bit of nugget of information for everybody right there outside of the band. We are involved in an industry where the business side of things is a necessary evil and something to worry about all the time. We are also a band which has always done music from the heart because of friendship and the music itself. The mental satisfaction should always be more important than money. Nightwish is a band, it's an emotion. To you, unfortunately, business, money, and things that have nothing to do with those emotions have become much more important. You feel that you have sacrificed yourself and your musical career for Nightwish, rather than thinking what it has given to you. Wow. Wow. This attitude has clearly shown to me in the two things you said to me in an airplane in Toronto. Okay, let me read that back. This attitude was clearly shown to me in the two things that you said to me in an airplane in Toronto. I don't need Nightwish anymore. And remember, Tuomas, that I could leave this band at any time, giving you only 1 day's warning in advance. I can't simply write any more songs for you to sing. Wow. Wow, I don't need Nightwish anymore, and I could leave in 1 day's warning. Those two things you need to take very seriously if you're in this band. Because clearly, those things are on a person's mind if they're saying that to you. And now you have the threat of your dream. As we know, this Tuomas, this is a way of life, and there's no question from when I hear from you fans that that's absolutely the way he sees this. So when somebody says those things to you, you don't scoff at them, you don't brush them off your shoulder, you take that extremely serious. So you have said yourself that you are merely a guest musician in Nightwish. Now that visit ends, and we will continue Nightwish with a new female vocalist. We're sure this is an equally big relief to you as it is for us. We have all been feeling bad long enough. You told us that no matter what, the next Nightwish album will be your last one. So no matter what, the next Nightwish album will be your last one. However, the rest of us want to continue as long as the fire burns. So there's no sense in doing that next album with you either. The four of us have been going over this situation countless times, and we have realized that this is a thing we want to do in life. It's all we can do. In December 2004, in Germany, you said that you would never tour again for more than 2 weeks at a time. You also said that we can forget about the US and Australia because the fees and the sizes of venues are too small. Dude. I mean, this is a lot to take in for the band. In interviews, I've mentioned that if Tarja leaves, that would be the end of the band. I understand that people will think this way. Nightwish is, however, a scenery of my soul, and I'm not ready to let that go because of one person. A person who wants to focus her creativity to somewhere else. A person whose values don't match mine. We were never bothered by the fact that you didn't participate in writing or arranging songs. You never in 9 years came to rehearse the songs with us before going to the studio. Not the fact that while on tour you always wanted to fly separately from us with your husband. Not the fact that you are the undisputable front image of the band. We accepted and felt okay about everything except greed, underestimating the fans, and breaking promises. It was agreed by the five of us that Nightwish would be the priority in everything that we, okay, where were we? Yeah, so already, I mean, this is a lot to take in, dude. You're thinking you're a band, but he's saying she's not there to write or arrange songs. She's not there to rehearse them. For 9 years, she hasn't rehearsed a song before they went to the studio together. She's always away from them. She flies separately. We saw some of the footage in A Day Before Tomorrow. She's always off to the side with Marcelo. She's never engaging in a fun way with a band. In a lot of bands you see, a lot of bands put their business out there, and so much of them look like they're having fun and a great time. And Nightwish now looks like they were having a fun and a great time in the videos I've watched on stage and stuff. So let's keep it going. It was agreed by the five of us that Nightwish would be the priority in everything that we do during 2004-2005. Still, so many things were more important to you. The ultimate example being the already sold out show in Oslo, which you wanted to cancel because you needed to rehearse for your solo concerts, meet friends, and go to the movies. Those were the words Marcelo used in the email explaining the cancellation. This being just one example of so many, I couldn't think of a worse way of being selfish and dismissing our fans. So they actually canceled that? I know he says which you wanted to cancel the show in Oslo that was sold out. Did that end up being canceled? Nightwish is a way of life and a job with so many obligations to each other and to the fans. With you, we can't take care of those duties anymore. Deep within, we don't know which one of you drove us to this point. Somehow Marcelo has changed you from the lovely girl you were into a diva who doesn't think or act the way she used to. You are too sure of your irreplaceableness and status. It's obvious that you blame your stress and misery on us four, and you think we don't respect or listen to you. Believe us, we have also had the utmost respect towards you as a wonderful vocalist and a friend. And very often during the past couple of years, the plans were made according to your decisions only. You are always the only one who wanted more money from the shows. This compensation and money from everything attitude is the fact that we are most disappointed of. And that lets you know something about the band. They're not glam, they're not fame, they're not, it's all about us, man. They put the music first and the fans right up there with it. And that, as a fan, that's got to make you feel very special, man, to see that they don't see the business side of it as the best side of it, as the fun side of it, and the money as the only thing that they're in for, man. He's letting you know right here in this letter exactly what his feelings are, and it's the music and fans are the most important. We wish that from now on, you would listen to your heart instead of Marcelo. Cultural differences combined with greed, opportunism, and love is a dangerous combination. Do not wither yourself. This decision is not something we are especially proud of, but you gave us no choice. The gap between us is too wide, and the decision is made by us four unanimously. We are beyond the point where things could be settled by talking. All the best for your life and career. Tomas. P.S. This is an open letter for everybody. There we go. We got the open letter. Heavy words really gives you their perspective on the way things were and why they needed to come to an end there. And if that is all done the way it is expressed in this letter, I totally understand it. 100% understand it. There's no doubt in my mind that they made the right choice. So let's go ahead here. I think this is the response. Tarja press conference with subtitles post Nightwish breakup. So I hope this is the response, guys. If it isn't, I'm sorry if I got the wrong video here, but I don't think I was given links or anything, so I'm kind of just going blindly here. So let's go ahead and get this one. Remember, following this, I will do The Poet and the Pendulum.
Toki sitä, että millä tavalla tämä ratkaisu tehtiin, niin mä olisin henkilökohtaisesti tässä toiminut hyvin toisella tavalla. Ja siitä mä oon tosi surullinen ja tosi surullinen, että he eivät pystyneet sitä mulle. anteeksi. Että he eivät pystyneet sitä mulle henkilökohtaisesti kertomaan. Kaiken tämän 9 vuoden hienon musiikkikokemuksen jälkeen. Koska mä olin siihen itekin valmistautunut siihen, että mä en jatka Nightwishissä enää seuraavan levyn jälkeen. Mä olin valmistautunut siihen ja olin valmistautunut myös siihen, että tulen kertomaan siitä ihmisille julkisesti, mutta ihan toisella tavalla.
No, to me, okay, she's saying, yeah, she was prepared. She was pretty much going to leave Nightwish after the next album. Why would they give you one more album? Why would they waste material with somebody who doesn't want to be with them? It's like, no, just pull off the Band-Aid. It's ending now. I'm not going to create a whole another album's worth of music with a singer who's going to leave us. Why? No, absolutely not.
Kuin mitä tässä tapauksessa toimittiin. Ja mä annoin bändille ymmärtää sen henkilökohtaisesti. Mä voin nyt niin huonosti, että mä en pysty jatkamaan. Ei se ollut mikään päivän varoitusaika. Jonkun riidan keskuudessa on sanonut ja huutanut jossain lentokoneessa, että mä voisin jättää tämän bändin, ymmärtäkää, päivän varoitusajalla. Joka ikinen meidän bändin jäsenistä olisi ollut mahdollista tehdä sen ihan sama ratkaisu päivän varoitusajalla. Mä annoin heille 2,5 vuotta varoitusaikaa.
She's right. Anybody could have just left the band in a day's notice, but nobody's making those threats, to my understanding, right? It's different when you start voicing those threats, and you need to be taken seriously. And Filmos don't mess around, it seems.
Ja sen takia mulla on niin äärimmäisen paha olo, että he päätyvät siihen ratkaisuun, että tekevät sen näin, tällä tavalla. Mä uskon siihen täysin, että ihmiset olisivat sen ymmärtäneet. Ja uskon siihen, että samaan lopputulokseen olisi päästy toisella tavalla.
Same solution. So for anyone that's upset with Nightwish about the breakup with Tarja and dropping her from the band, I mean, she's letting you know here, Tuomas let you know as well. She was leaving anyway. So to me, I'm going to let her finish here, but to me, to this point, Nightwish did nothing wrong as a band letting her go. Because like she just said, hey, we were coming to the same solution regardless. They did it in a different way, a way I don't like. But she's letting you know right there, this was happening. So if there's any disgruntled fans with Nightwish, there's really no reason to be.
Se, että voin täydestä sydämestäni sanoa, että Nightwish on ollut aina mulle se prioriteetti mun elämässä. Kaikki teistä tietävät sen, että mä tulen klassisen laulun puolelta ja että aina kun mulla on ollut mahdollisuus, niin mä oon kouluttanut sitä ääntä, niin käynyt laulutunnilla, opettanut itse ja tehnyt lead-konsertteja siinä, missä mulla on ollut se semmoinen henkisesti tärkeä asia pitää se siellä se musiikkityyli, koska mä oon aina rakastanut klassista musiikkia. Mutta todellakin se, että mä puhuin siitä mun soolo-ura ajatuksista jo bändille. Mä puhuin haastatteluissa ympäri maailmaa, puhuin siitä jo pitkät tovit, että tällainen asia on mulla suunnitelmissa. Se oli kaikille niinku selvä asia, että mä suunnittelin soolo-uraani. En pelkästään yhtä albumia, vaan soolo-uraa. Ja mä halusin tehdä alun tälle mun soolo-uralle sitten vasta kun se seuraava Nightwishin albumi on julkaistu ja kiertueet on tehty. Eli tässäkin mielessä mä ajattelin aina Nightwishia prioriteettina, että sit vasta kun tämä asia on mun elämässä eletty, niin mä pystyn keskittymään johonkin sit muuhun. Vaikka monet levyyhtiöt, joiden kanssa mä aloin neuvotteluja tekemään, niin paine oli niin kova siitä, että joka ikinen levyyhtiö tuli sanomaan, että hei, että ensi vuosi on Nightwishilla lavapavus, eikö nyt voitais tehdä se levy ensi vuonna? En mä siihen halunnut. Siis se oli mulle selvä juttu, että ei se ole se mun elämän johdatus, että nyt kiireellä tehdään levy tässä. Nightwishin elämä Nightwishissa oli vielä elettävänä ja oli tulevaisuudessa suunnitelmia. Ja mä halusin tehdä, koska mä rakastin sitä musiikkia. Aidosti tehdä, vaikka mulla oli henkisesti paha olo, mutta mä olin hyväksynyt sen pahan olon. Niin monen vuoden jälkeen, että nyt jos puhutaan 9 vuodesta, tiesin silloin, että seuraava levy tarkoittaa yli 10 vuotta bändin yhteen.
Whoa, she talks fast there and it moved on quick. If we now talk about over 9 years, at the time we decided to make a new album, I knew I would have to last over 10 years with the band. I don't know, the wording's a little weird.
Tarkoittaa yli 10 vuotta bändin yhteistä elämää. Se on pitkä aika. Prioriteettina Nightwishin senkin takia on pitänyt tai ajatellut, että mä en ole niinku ollut tuolla heiluttelemassa ääntäni ja antamassa ääntäni joka ikiselle heavy-bändille, joka sitä pyysi. Et oikeasti niitä tarjouksia, niin niitä tuli kuin vettä taivaalta pahempana päivänä. Että siis mulla olisi ollut mahdollisuus siihen, että mä olisin ottanut niitä
So she's saying she was dedicated to Nightwish because she was getting offers from so many bands that wanted her, and they were coming on her worst days with Nightwish, right? So at the days that you'd be the most vulnerable to leave, just like in a bad relationship, right? When people cheat, you weren't paying attention to me, stuff like that, right? It's always on the worst times of the relationship that they go. And she's saying, hey, I had the chance to cheat pretty much, right? But no, I stayed faithful to Nightwish.
Tarjouksia vastaan ja tehnyt heavy-bändeille, antanut mun ääneni, mutta mä näin, että kun mä kerran olisin tehnyt, oli kyse sellaista Petovaskis Infinity-projektista, niin mä huomasin sen, että se tulos siinä, että mä olin mennyt laulamaan tälle levylle, niin ei se mua miellyttänyt se tulos siinä, että ihmiset koko ajan sanoo, että ei tää on niinku Nightwishia ja ei nämä biisit on huonompia kuin Nightwishilla, tai sitten jotkut sanoo parempia kuin Nightwishilla. Mä en niinku tykännyt siitä, että aina verrattiin Nightwishiin. No, silloin mä päätin, että hei, tää ei oo mun tie. Tää ei oo mun tie, että heavy metalli musiikissa puhuttaessa, niin mä haluan laulaa Nightwishille. Ainoastaan. Mun tälle bändille.
To me that doesn't sound... Okay, she's saying that her dedication was to Nightwish, but then she said she did experiment, and it really sounds like the fans' discourse is what made her realize, hey, actually I belong with Nightwish, not her own personal realization that, hey, that wasn't as enjoyable. It's more, it was persuasion by the fans, the critics, saying this isn't Nightwish, this is bad, this music sucks. Her realizing, well, actually, I don't get that with Nightwish. People like it with Nightwish. So that's kind of what I got from there, my own personal interpretation.
Vaikka kukaan ei sitä multa pyytänyt, että hei, että sä... Ei kukaan bändistä tullut sanomaan, että mä en sais mennä laulamaan näille jo erittäin ansiokkaasti paikkansa ansanneille bändeille, jotka mua pyyti laulamaan heidän levyillään. Mä tein sen ihan omasta tahdosta. No, sitten tässä tän kirjeen luettua, niin sen Hartwallin keikkapäivän jälkeisenä aamuna niin kyllä se oli kaiken sen sen tuska ja paha olo, mikä mä aistin siitä kirjasta ja niistä asioista, mitä siinä kirjassa tuotiin julki, niin kun mä en henkilökohtaisesti kerta kaikkiaan pystynyt ymmärtämään, että ne ihmiset, jotka kanssa mä oon 9 vuotta tehnyt töitä, niin että he oikeasti pystyvät musta sanomaan tällaisia asioita. Se oli mulle ihan äärimmäisen kipeä järkytys. Sitten se, että yhdessä vaiheessa, kun mä luin sitä kirjettä, niin siellä oli kohta, jossa viitattiin mun aviomieheen ja tähän meidän, että kulttuurieroista, jotenkin se meni näin, että kulttuurierot yhdistettynä rakkauteen, opportunismiin, bla bla, mikä se oli se siellä, on vaarallinen yhdistelmä. Niin Tiedättekö, että kun mä luin sen, niin mulla niinku sydän hyppäsi kurkkuun siinä vaiheessa, että ei tullut edes mieleen Marcelo siinä vaiheessa. Tuli mieleen ne ihmiset tuolla Etelä-Amerikassa. Ja herregud. Kulttuurierot yhdistettynä rakkauteen. Ja oikeesti mä en pystynyt ymmärtämään tätä ollenkaan.
She's taking cultural, it sounds like, as actually cultural, like the people are dissing the people of South America because I guess maybe Marcelo's from South America, and she's taking it as a jab as the culture of South America, you know, Latinos, whatever. That's not what they mean to me in that letter. They're talking about your personality, right? Not necessarily actual cultures segregated throughout the world. They're talking about your differences in your mentality, how you are prioritizing the wrong things versus what they're prioritizing, right? You got them over here prioritizing music, fans, creation. You are prioritizing greed, selfishness, you know, like, hello, these are the cultural differences that they're talking about. And she's purely relating it to Marco, her husband. I see how she read that completely wrong there, in my opinion. I see, because it's close once they're talking about the husband, but I don't see it that way at all.
Ja kyllä, niin kun, kyllä mä sanon sen, että tämä kirje on mulle ollut henkilökohtainen osoitus siitä, että ei olla oltu ystäviä, ei olla puhuttu. Tää vaan piti niinku hoitaa näin likaisella tavalla. Niin, tää asia on sellainen asia, että ehkä joku päivä mä tulen antamaan anteeksi tämän bändille, että he hoisivat tämän näin. Mutta en mä tuu koskaan sitä unohtamaan. En. Sitä en varmasti tule koskaan. Mutta anyway, hei, elämä jatkuu. Sehän on ihan selvä juttu, että elämä jatkuu mulla, elämä jatkuu bändillä.
I mean, fair response. That's all right. You know, I think in the end they both got what they wanted, and I think just like it was written in the letter, is, hey, this is gonna be a relief for both of us, and I think after the fact it was. I think it was a relief for her, and it was probably something she realized at the point that, hey, the stress of the band is off of me. I can truly focus on my solo career. That's where her heart and mind was, in my opinion. Even by this interview of the things she said early on, I think that her heart and mind was with her solo career. And I think the band noticed that a very long time ago, and they really tried to just give it time to see if it's going to work its way over. And they had enough. And they said, you know what, man, you're now making these threats. You're now telling us that you will only tour for 2 weeks. You're telling us where we can and can't perform. Nah, this is enough. So fair to the band, fair to her for moving on. All good with me. I think I like where the band is. As far, I'm only up to what, 2018 is probably the most current concert I've heard out of Nightwish, so I don't know fully what's happening in the world, but I think fair enough. Now, after this video, I'll go ahead and dive into the next song on my list, so stick around and see if you like that, all right? Thank you guys. Peace.